You hear a patient called Linda Parker. She is talking to a diabetic specialist about managing her type 1 diabetes.
Good morning, Mrs. Parker. I see from your records that you've been managing type 1 diabetes for a couple of years now. Today, I'd like to discuss how you've been handling things and see where we can make improvements. To start, could you tell me a bit about your job and how it might affect your daily routine? Also, any family history of diabetes and what treatments you've been on so far.
Good morning, doctor. Sure, I work as an administrative assistant at a school, so I'm usually at my desk most of the day. It's pretty sedentary, and sometimes I get so caught up in work that I forget to take breaks or even eat on time. My mother had type 2 diabetes, but I'm the only one in my family with type 1. I was diagnosed 2 years ago, and I've been on metformin since then. It seemed to help at first, but lately my blood sugar levels have been all over the place.
It sounds like your job keeps you busy, which can definitely impact your diabetes management, especially with irregular eating patterns and stress. It's also interesting that your mother had type 2 diabetes, though type 1 and type 2 are different. It's not uncommon to see both in families. How have you been feeling overall? Any symptoms or specific concerns besides the fluctuating blood sugars?
I've been feeling more tired than usual, and sometimes I get these headaches that I can't seem to shake off. I'm also a bit more irritable, which I think might be related to my blood sugar swings. It's like I'm constantly on edge, and it's affecting my mood.
I'm sorry to hear that you've been feeling this way. The fatigue, headaches, and irritability can definitely be linked to unstable blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar isn't well controlled, it can have a ripple effect on your energy levels, mood, and overall well-being. Let's dig a bit deeper into what might be causing these fluctuations. Have there been any recent changes in your diet, exercise routine, or stress levels?
Well, my diet hasn't been great lately. I've been skipping meals sometimes, and when I do eat, it's often something quick and not exactly healthy. I know I should be exercising more, but I'm just so tired after work that I don't have the energy and the stress. Well, it's been high. Work is demanding, and I've been worrying a lot about my health.
I appreciate your honesty, Mrs. Parker. It sounds like there's a lot on your plate, and it's understandable how those factors could contribute to your current struggles with diabetes management. Stress, irregular meals, and lack of physical activity can all lead to blood sugar instability. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition, meaning your pancreas produces little to no insulin, which is why external management through medication and lifestyle is so crucial.
I see. It's just hard to keep everything in balance, especially when life gets so hectic.
Absolutely, and you're not alone in feeling that way. Managing type 1 diabetes is a delicate balance, and it can be especially challenging when life is busy and stressful. That's why it's important to adjust your management plan as your needs change. Based on what you've told me, I think it might be time to reassess your treatment strategy.
What do you think we should do?
First, I'd recommend that you start monitoring your blood sugar levels more closely at least 4 times a day before meals and at bedtime. This will give us a clearer picture of how your levels are behaving throughout the day. Keeping a detailed blood sugar level chart will help us identify any patterns, such as times when your levels are consistently high or low.
I can definitely do that, but what about my medication? Is metformin still enough?
Given the fluctuations you've been experiencing, it's possible that metformin alone may no longer be sufficient. Metformin helps improve insulin sensitivity, but because your body isn't producing insulin, we may need to consider starting insulin therapy. This would involve insulin injections to help maintain stable blood sugar levels. We can start with a low dose and gradually adjust it based on your BSL readings.
I was worried you might say that. I've heard that managing insulin can be tricky, and I'm nervous about giving myself injections.
It's completely normal to feel apprehensive about starting insulin therapy, especially if it's something new for you. But I want to assure you that many patients who switch to insulin find that it actually makes their diabetes much more manageable. The key is to take it step by step. We'll work closely together to find the right dosage for you, and I'll make sure you're comfortable with how to administer the injections. There are also newer insulin delivery devices, like insulin pens, that are designed to be user-friendly.
That's reassuring to hear. I guess if it will help me feel better and get my blood sugar under control, it's worth a try.
I think you're making a wise decision, Mrs. Parker. Along with starting insulin, I'd also recommend making some lifestyle adjustments. Even something as simple as incorporating a 30-minute walk into your daily routine can help improve your blood sugar levels and reduce stress. And for your diet, focusing on regular, balanced meals with plenty of vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains will help keep your blood sugar more stable.
I'll definitely try to make those changes. I know I need to take better care of myself. That sounds like a good plan. Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate your support.
You're very welcome, Mrs. Parker. Remember, you're not in this alone. I'm here to support you every step of the way. I look forward to seeing you in 10 days and hearing how you're doing.
Thanks, Doctor. See you then.